I'm in a spot now where, for example, like I'm doing music again. Why am I doing music again? Because I really feel like if I don't, I may be being disobedient. That's how I feel. And so I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to do my job, and God's going to do what he's going to do. Because I can't make, we got 480,000 subscribers. I can't make you guys like my music and go listen to it on Spotify. I can't do that. Some of y'all like it, some of y'all don't. I can't force an audience to do it. God still has to bring the increase. And so I'm going to do my part. I'm going to sow the seed. I'm going to work the land. I'm going to do all those things. However, right, I can't force the blessing to come. And so I'm just going to do my job, right? I'm just going to do my job. Shout out to Aaron for the super chat. He says, with all the tech influencer culture of our generation makes us forget the importance of person-to-person relationships. But also, so anyway, guys, hopefully that was encouraging, that when you do have amazing relationships is you start having distorted expectations. And this is what I mean. When I first got into YouTube, I saw Sean Cano, he had 100,000 subscribers. I saw Belief, he had 100,000 subscribers. I saw Curtis King, he had 100,000 subscribers, whatever. Everybody's killing it. I was struggling to get to my first 5,000 subscribers. So I had this distorted expectation because everyone else's platforms were growing except mine. This is 2018. And I had the access, and Sean was helping me, and he had me come out to his Grow with Video live conference, and all these things were clicking for me, but it distorted my expectations. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes you think like, oh, you're around successful people, so it's always easy. Yeah, until you're around people that are like way more successful than you, right? And then it could distort your expectations because a lot of things that they're doing that's coming natural or seemingly coming natural to them doesn't always work that way for you, at least initially. And so I had to push through that, and I had to not compare myself amongst my friends who all wanted me to win. And then the same thing's happening with music now. So now I have amazing relationships with music. My buddy Nick D always picks up when I FaceTime him. Always picks up when I FaceTime him, right? My buddy Paul Russell, he had one of the biggest songs of last year with Lil Boo Thing, right? Me and Paul got a whole album together. My Spotify numbers went up because Paul's blew up with Lil Boo Thing. But now I'm friends with Dax. I'm friends with all these. My expectations were so distorted that if I put out a song and it got 30,000 streams, I thought I was a failure. This is the part no one tells you about the flip side of that, right? Yes, and comparison is a thief of joy. So I'm going back to the basics. I'm going to just do the work, put out a song a week because I want to, not because I'm expecting this many numbers, or I have zero expectations of the music. Zero expectations. I'm just going to put out a song a week, and if they go, I'm going to do my part. I'm thinking of ideas for short form videos and content and TikTok. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to really do my part, and thank God I have an amazing team, but I don't have any expectations because I can't compare myself to Nick D's 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I can't compare myself to Paul Russell's 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I got 60,000, and my goal is to be at 1 million by the end of the year. 1 million monthly listeners, 1 million subscribers. That would be amazing, right? Do you have TikTok videos coming out? Yeah, we're going to be shooting TikTok videos. And so anyway, there's 3 new songs on Patreon right now. You guys can vote for the next one. I think we got to figure it out. It's coming out Friday. I'm going to put another 3 songs. I'm going to try to just put as much music as I can on Patreon. And you guys are going to vote. That's not a gimmick, by the way. Someone was like, oh, you're trying to be like Maverick City Music with the gimmick. No. I'm not trying to be like Maverick City Music. I am a only child, and I do not always understand why people find things valuable for me. I'm putting stuff on Patreon because I need you guys to tell me what you like. Because sometimes, like this first song that's coming out Friday is called Do the Most. It was my least favorite song. It was my least favorite song, but yet when I put it on Patreon, it was overwhelmingly, that was the song that people wanted to come out. That's because I don't always have the self-awareness to know what people want from me. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking about myself. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this is encouraging. Just know that if you guys see me and you're like, yo, Ruslan's successful, Ruslan, I'm still in the weeds and in the dirt with you guys. I'm still in the weeds and in the dirt with you guys because I still feel like there might be more in terms of the other things that I want to do. The other things that I feel like God's given me that I'm like, Lord, I'll let this die. I don't need to be a rapper. It's actually not in my best interest. It's not in my best interest. I just want to be faithful. That's it. I just want to be faithful. The only child syndrome is a real thing. You know what I'm talking about, Nori. I hate to ask this, but could you answer my last question? Does it feel so tricky sometimes to always want to be right and correct in what you say, preach? I felt called to ministry, but I fear gripped me and I've haven't learned to be okay with error. I'm not sure I'm tracking what you mean by that. I think wisdom is proven right by her children. And I found that the areas that sometimes people made me feel like I was crazy in, or I shamed in, or shamed me for having strong stance about pro-life or Jesus being the only way, or why deconstruction is not helpful. I've held these very controversial standards within the last couple of years, since 2020. And I feel like in hindsight, all the people that had an issue with me are coming around and basically telling me you were right. I mean, it just happened this week with Lecrae. You could rewind this stream and see that publicly. That happened publicly. That is, I don't take strong stances on things I haven't thought through and I genuinely believe that I'm accurate in. And I'm okay with being ostracized and suffering in the short term if I genuinely believe God's in it, if that makes sense. Toby said, but I'm not a rapper. You don't got to be a rapper, bro. But I have a feeling there are some things in every single one of your guys' lives. And it may be starting an auto detail business. It may be building a trucking business. It may be just wanting that promotion at work. It may be figuring out ways to get out of debt. It may be picking up some side hustles. And maybe, I feel like all of us have those things and we are unsure if we should lean into them because we don't want to be selfish and we don't want to feel narcissistic. That's what I'm getting at, right? And the only way to work through that is to work through that, right? And so if I go this year and I put out 50 songs and they all flop, well, man, at least I got it out of my system. I'm okay with learning that lesson. Hey, thank you so much for watching that video. Listen, I believe one of the best ways to build any business or any venture is to build your own online presence, specifically through the platform of YouTube. That's what we've been able to do. So if you would like to see a free training put together by our COO, Zach Sparazzo, on the #1 ingredient and the step needed to begin to build your own online platform, make sure to hit the pinned comment below and sign up for our weekly email list, where we'll get that to you right away. And I'll be sending you different emails about lessons I'm learning in real time, doing everything that we're doing here at Kingstream Entertainment. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.